Colleen Cosgrove, editor of Custom Media for Asset International. And today I'm with John Prescott, Chief Marketing Officer, CPI Qualified Plan Consultants. John, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Colleen.
John, CPI seems to be in a period of rapid growth with several new offices opening around the country. What, in your perspective, is fueling that growth?
Colleen, there's a multitude of reasons for the growth, and let me see if I can cover them all. I guess first and foremost, the credit is due to our parent company, CUNY Mutual Group, which has given us the opportunity to expand our retirement plan service solution to include defined benefit plans, bundled 401k, a fiduciary and a trustee protection 401k that is bundled, and then we've also enhanced our full disclosure 401k program as well. So those are some of the reasons. Some of the other reasons, of course, is the legislative changes has created a need for us to open up additional regional offices because the financial advisor is in great need for some additional help, if you will, in more areas of the country to help with their clients in designing, servicing the 401k. It's much more complex than it's ever been before. So that's part of the growth as well. Another credit to the growth is the fact that doing business in Kansas has given us the opportunity to bring a lot of value to this marketplace for very reasonable costs. And companies in these economic times are very, very honed in on saving money. They're trying to keep their businesses afloat. They're trying to improve the bottom line. And so they're looking at everything. And one of the things that they're looking at are the 401k benefits as well as all their benefits, but 401k plans and the cost of those plans to the employer as well as the plan participants. And so that's something that we have seen a lot of growth and opportunity because of the amount of value we bring to the marketplace for a very reasonable price.
What are some of the biggest challenges you're hearing from FAs today?
The FAs are challenged with all the legislative change and how it affects them. The full disclosure environment is changing their business models. They are now struggling with creating fee-for-service contracts, employee education policy statements, which is something kind of new. You know, they're accustomed to the investment policy statement, but the concept of an employee education policy statement is somewhat new too, and that's all part of education, full disclosure. And so that's the struggles that they're facing today. But most of them that are very serious about this business are working their way through it very proficiently.
Are there any new research tools or reporting programs that CPI has come out with in the past year or looking ahead to 2011?
Sure. Fueled by the full disclosure as well as the additional need for really intricate fund research. We've always had and provided to the financial advisors a mutual fund query on our system. Here just a year and a half ago, we integrated Matrix Retire Toolkit, and now we're in the process for 2011 going to merge those two systems and integrate them with our retirement record-keeping system so that the financial advisor is more effective in his fund research, his fund management, when he's needing to benchmark those funds and possibly replace those funds so that he's fulfilling his fiduciary responsibility as well. So that's some of the new technology we will be bringing to the table in 2011.
John, touching a bit on ERISA and compliance, what advice, first of all, are you giving to customers, and what are some of the new issues and regulation coming down sort of over the next year or so?
Colleen, the response to that might be somewhat self-serving, so bear with me. But as far as our advice to our current customers is, seriously, I would advise them to stay where they're at because we are a full-service organization in regards to full disclosures, the new Schedule C requirements. We're collecting all that. We're taking care of all that. As the final regs come out with regards to 408B2 and what level of disclosure is going to be required to the plan participants on their benefit statements, we've already started work on that. So as far as our current customers, I would advise them stay where you're at, run your business, and don't worry about a thing. We'll take care of everything on the 401k side. As far as advice to other plan sponsors and financial advisors that serve them, my advice to them would be to run them through a very thorough test. And if that would be using the Pathfinder that Plan Sponsor Magazine offers, I highly recommend that because it's a great scrubbing tool or due diligence tool to make sure that what they're getting from their service providers is everything they need and their service providers are staying up with all these new legislative changes.
John, what is your outlook for 2011, and what does CPI think will keep our industry on the road to recovery as we look ahead?
I think what people need to look for is make sure they're partnering with firms that are focused on value services, value propositions, and that also those service providers are using all the technology they have available to them to keep their costs down. Again, back to a cost issue. This is a price point marketplace, and I think that will continue, which is not bad. This economy has forced us all to be better business people. So I think 2011 is going to be a great year.
John, from your perspective, what is the next emerging trend out there on the horizon that financial advisors need to be aware of?
Well, Colleen, as you know, this is a totally different and new market, which is exciting yet scary. What we're seeing financial advisors do are those that are really professional in this market, and 60-70% of their book of business is retirement plan, they will continue and grow. They will fine-tune their practice. There's no doubt about that. Those that have a smaller percentage of their practice in retirement plans, what we're seeing is they're partnering with the professional. And this market is becoming more work. There's more requirements and expectations on employee education. There's more expectation from plan sponsors to meet with those financial advisors at least quarterly. So those are some changes we're seeing, and many times even the professional advisor or retirement advisor is finding that the additional work that this market's taking requires them to add more to their team. And so where they're finding the additional professionals, if you will, are those advisors that have maybe 10, 20, 30% of their business in retirement plan. So they are teaming up together and creating larger teams to accommodate the new marketplace. So I guess in tying it all together, in summary, this is a great opportunity. This is a new market. Don't be afraid of it. Jump in with both feet and both hands and take advantage of it.